long did they give you?
They gave me 135 years.
Wow.
135 years. I'm a former gang leader, 11 years brawl against the Crips. So a lot of people know me. A lot of people know my personality. They blame me for 2 shootings. One was my friend. He was in the driver's seat of his car. The passenger of the car killed him. They said it was me based on no evidence at all. They got video surveillance that ain't clear of somebody getting into the car. They got 3 witnesses. One of them happened to be my sister that told her I did it, told him I did it. One witness, the LAPD, coerced them to send it. They did it. They fingerprints and DNA's on the car. Mine ain't. There's no eyewitnesses, no nothing. I got the evidence here. Nobody want to look at it. I'm just praying that somebody somewhere looking to Dante Kyle, People versus Dante Kyle, LA Superior Court case number TA122-773. There's an alibi. That first perk transcript 164 through 190. That's a state witness who said that I was with her the night it happened, but she know I did it. There's DNA and LAPD DR number 1218-07253 that excludes me of being a passenger of the car, but puts 2 random people I don't know who they are. Push them there and me absent. There's video surveillance that was introduced as being from March 5th, 2012, but it was really April 3rd, 2012. Had absolutely nothing to do with the murder because it was after the murder. And they said these are the events the night the murder happened. I need help. I pray there's somebody out there somewhere, man, believe in my cause. I may be a bad person. I may be a good person. I don't know. But I know I'm actually innocent of these crimes.
He said, I might be a bad person, I might be a good person. I don't know, but I know I'm innocent of these crimes. But let me get this straight. But first off, shout out Between the Lines. Yeah, I'm going to have a link to that shit in the description, right? But, so he say, sis put him at the scene of the crime. Then the girl who he was supposed to be with that night as an alibi say he was with her, but she know he did it. Yeah, they debating in the comments on whether or not they think Blood did it or if he innocent, hell of shit. He fighting to get back though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Between the Lines once again. I stumbled across some other shit too on their page, right? We gonna get into that. We gonna get into the next shit too.
And I had got shot up when I was 13, real vicious. You know, I had lost some homies. So, and you know, I didn't have a mother and a father, and I think. Well, I had a mom, but she was incarcerated. But anyway, you know, and we get a bad stereotype as far as the gangs. You know what I'm saying? It was the same people that was in that gang that was helping me, taking me to school and doing what I'm doing. Now to get to what you saying, the solution, I think they need to have individuals somewhat that I have influence. You know what I'm saying? And I think that influence, I can record that and like basically help the youth where everybody, you don't have to be peer pressured to do what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Where I can be an advocate of like, you ain't got to do that, man. We got the YMCAs, we got different type of things, and I'm going to have your back. Whatever I got to do, even if I got to sacrifice, I'm willing to do that because, you know, it's genocide. You feel what I'm saying? And I ain't, you know, I have learned my lesson. So that's what I want to give back to the youth. I got to sacrifice myself, which I done. That's what I'm willing to do.
Yes,
that's nice.
What part of LA you from? You know,
I'm from 109th and Figueroa, South Central.
Yep.
He said even if he got to sacrifice himself, bro, you know, it's crazy because, you know, outside influences, they can be loud, bro. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker could know what it is they need to do and you know, right from wrong, this, that, and the third, but you feel me? Them whispers, bro. Them just little slight inputs that don't fit a nigga narrative could fuck everything up. They try to make, you know, they just try to normalize certain shit, bro, and it be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Free him though, bro. He say he learned this lesson. It's searching for love, bro. Or how you doing a whole lot of shit. You feel me? Searching for approval. He heard him, bro. He have his family. We gonna get into the story though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Respectable Rants. You know I be tapped in, bro. Appreciate what you do.
My brother Bray's best friend, his heart, GM, Girl Mad. So you see Baby Bray say I'm GM, he's talking about Girl Mad. Girl Mad wasn't no punk.
Dominique.
In today's video, we're gonna talk about Girl Madmo.
aka B Braze's girlfriend GM. We're also going to break down each generation of the Madmos. We're going to break down who Madmo Number One is and Madmo Number Two. We're going to cover each of their cases, their life story, and more. This is definitely the craziest story I've done so far. Now let's get into it. But to understand their story, I feel like we got to start off with Madmo Number One. Madmo 1 would be Madmo 2's blood brother. They would have the same...
They damn near look like twins, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think I tapped into this shit. I don't know if it's on the channel, but we tapping in again, bro.
Same mother and father. Madmo 1, who is 49 years old right now, is currently incarcerated for a double homicide and an attempted murder. He was arrested at the age of 20, and the year was 1997, but the murder took place September 23rd of 1996. At 3:25 in the morning, a vehicle would break down on Santa Monica Freeway and Crenshaw Boulevard. Then when they were trying to inspect the vehicle, two young men in a Honda would stop behind the vehicle, then pull up alongside it. And after the white Honda was side by side with the broken down vehicle, somebody inside of the white Honda would utter a gang slur. And without waiting for a response, one of the young men inside of the white Honda would fire 2 shots into the broken down vehicle, hitting 2 out of the 3 people in the vehicle and killing both of them. The victims were a 17-year-old Aaron Johnson, Larry Logan, who was 23, and a 26-year-old man who was in the back seat that was unharmed. A whole year would go by before Madmo...
Ain't it crazy the progression of gang banging, right? You have on a certain color back in them times. You say the wrong thing, it was off with your motherfucking noggin, bro.
One would be arrested for the murder. As you see at the top left, the arrest date is September 30th of 1997. This would be him around that time. But remember, they would be looking for 2 people, so he would have a co-defendant, and he would be arrested for the same exact charges. But as you see, his arrest date would be 2 years later, on July of 1998. They would take it to trial, and 3 years later, on October 7th of 1999, they would be found guilty. Madmo 1 would receive life without parole for 1 murder, and then on the second murder, he would receive 26 years to life. And he would be sentenced on November 5th of 1999. And his co-defendant would be sentenced to the death penalty for both charges. And he would be sentenced on December 17th of 2001. This would be his article on change.org, and as you see, he's trying to get exonerated. And it says that the witness mistakenly identified Omar Jones, and after 15 years, this same witness recanted his statement, saying that Omar Jones wasn't the one who killed his friend and cousin. He later revealed he was compensated in exchange for his testimony. But the judge still denied his appeal, stating that the witness took too long to come forward and wasn't credible.
Took too long. It's never too late to correct some shit that was, you feel me, incorrect, whatever have you. Then they say he got compensated, bro, for his testimony. What testimony? The testimony to say blood did it, or the testimony to say he made a mistake? I think they was talking about the first one, bro. If that's the case, that's out of pocket.
And that would be the same witness that the district attorney used to convict him. But now let's talk about his little brother, Madmo Number Two, aka KS. Now, as you can see from this picture, he would have DLB on his forehead, which stands for Denver Lane Bloods, and he would have KS on his cheek, which stands for Killer Salo. Salo would be a nickname for the 107 Hoovers, and as you see, they're the closest to the Denver Lane Bloods. He was the one that was on Munchie B's podcast, talking about if B Braze got airlifted or not. He also has an episode on No Jumper with Brick Baby. But let's dive into his court cases. Madmo Number Two, aka KS, would be in and out of jail his whole life. But we're gonna start off with his first major case. He was arrested on January 20th of 2011 for 1 count of assault with a firearm on a person and 1 count of assault with a firearm on...
I think, so I wonder, it must be 2 KS's, bro. I'm thinking about the other one. It's another one, but being that they probably, got similar ops or whatever, they probably take on the same name. I don't know, bro.
On a peace officer / firefighter. He would have to sit for about 3 weeks, but on February 10th of 2011, he would bail out for $50,000. And 2 months after bailing out, he would take a plea deal for the assault with a firearm on a person on April 27th of 2011, but they would allow him to stay on bail while he fought the other count of assault with a firearm on a peace officer. But then 4 months after they allowed him to stay on bail, he would catch a whole new case on August 1st of 2011 for grand theft from a person. He would then have to sit in the county jail while he fought both cases, the assault with a firearm on a peace officer and the grand theft from a person. And don't forget, he was still waiting for his sentencing for the assault with a firearm on a person. But on January 17th of 2012, he would take a plea deal for the grand theft from a person. And on that same exact day, he would have the assault with a firearm on a peace officer dismissed, as you see January 17th of 2012.
Hey, you can't tell me Southern California court system, bro, is lenient. I'm not gonna sit here. You just think about how many niggas that ain't got was supposed to be washed up because of the shit they done did. Keep doing shit, bro. Keep getting out. It's cool though. It gives you some hope. Like, nigga, I ain't, you know, niggas, bro, niggas be popping it too. Like, bro, stop the fucking cap. Niggas send me some shit, bro. It's good. I ain't gonna get on you, bro. It's good. We family, bro.
He would also be sentenced on that day though, and he would receive 4 years in prison for the assault with a firearm on a person, and he would get 2 years in prison for the grand theft from a person. So 6 years in total. But he had about 2.5 years of time served. He would then be released in 2018, and he would manage to stay out of trouble for a few. But in 2020, he would catch another case. And this time it would be for 1 count of murder, 3 counts of assault with a firearm on a person, 1 count of conspiracy to commit any crime, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by a felon. And if you look to the right, the offense date would be August 1st of 2020. But he wasn't arrested until 2 months later, October 6th of 2020. And how ironic that that would be 1 day before the 107 Hoover set day. But he wasn't the only one arrested. He would have 3 co-defendants, 2 females and 1 male. And his co-defendant would be GM's brother. And his moniker...
Hey, that's another thing that I took notice of, right? Southern California, like, it be females with this shit. Like, it's females up the way, right? Up north that's with the shit that do, you know, but it's disguised though. You wouldn't even be able to tell certain times who's with it and who's not, right? Out there, I done heard about bitches being out the window with the hammer, busting at niggas, hella shit. Then they gang, so it's repercussions for telling. Out here though, man, bitch might give it up and give you up. Yeah, what? Fuck, nigga.
Would be Tiny E-Mac. And as you see in this picture right here, this would be him and Baby Braze. The victim's name was Damon Harper, and he was 44 years old at the time. He was killed in a drive-by on the 800 block of West 104th Place. It happened at 6 o'clock at night, and police are claiming it's gang-related. 2 women and a man approached in the vehicle and started to shoot. The 800 block of West 104th Place would be in the 107 Hoover territory. But unfortunately, a year into fighting this case, somebody would kill Girl Mad on September 25th of 2021. We're gonna double back and talk about that though. But on March 10th of 2021, Madmo Number Two would have his murder charge dismissed, but he would be held on the rest of the charges. But Tiny E-Mac, aka GM's brother, and the 2 women accused of the murder would be held to answer on all counts. They would then spend the next 3 months fighting it. But on June 11th of 2021, Madmo Number Two, aka KS, he would have most of the charge.
Hey, that type of shit right there, just turn, like, you know how they say niggas in the hood or certain, you know, it be trauma bonding and shit like that, right? That type of shit make it go left for sure, like.
Is dismissed, but he would take a plea deal on assault with a firearm on a person again. He would get 4 years in state prison, and Tiny E-Mac, aka GM's brother, was acquitted on all counts. This would be Tiny E-Mac's Facebook bio, and as you see it says all 12 jurors not guilty. Who said God doesn't have favorites? I'm one of them. R.I.P. little sister. And as far as the 2 women go, one of them would take the murder charge, and she would take a plea deal to where it was reduced to a voluntary manslaughter, and she would get 6 years in state prison for that. And the other female, who was her sister, got all counts dismissed, but she ended up taking a plea deal for an accessory after the fact, and she got 3 years in state prison. But now you guys see how important the Madmo lineage is to the Denver Lane Bloods, and how much that name rings bells. So now I think it's time we dive into Girl Mad, who got her name from Madmo Number Two, aka KS. And the name GM is starting to go viral, as we all know, because of B Braze, aka...
So, but you see what I mean, bro? The girl took the body got 6 years. The other girl was accessory, got a 3-piece. What the fuck? You understand me, bro? See, I mean, you know.
Who's on YouTube. And Baby Braze, who some of you may not know, is currently in jail for 7 life sentences plus 256 years. We made a video about him, go check it out if you haven't. But let's start where we left off about GM. As you see right there, she was murdered on September 25th of 2021. While KS and her brother Tiny Emac were fighting that murder case. Nobody got arrested for it, and it would still be a cold case. This would be Madmo's Instagram, and as you can tell from the caption, he had a bunch of love for her. But as you can see right here, GM was Braze's girlfriend at the time of his trial, and would even try to get him off by testifying. But the prosecutors didn't want her to, and tried to impeach her, saying that she lied about being a gang member, and had an open case for attacking somebody with a knife from a rival gang and yelling out on lanes while attacking her.
Yeah, man, that's, you know, it's crazy, right? Free Madmo number 1. I don't know what, I forget what's going on with Madmo number 2. I think he should be coming home, whatever, how you, circumstantial shit, bro. You feel me? And it's like, you know, this was a crazy ass story, but that's what the hood filled with, bro. The ghetto, the inner city is filled with hella crazy shit, bro. Hella like, nigga, trauma, this, that, and the third. It's, you know, it's scandalous, you know what I'm saying? Fresh in peace, girl, man, for sure, nigga. Condolences, bro. To nigga who's to nigga the Madmos, nigga, all of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible to hear some shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'll nigga. In me, right? I get certain energies though. Do it like, and it's like, nigga, feel it. That shit ain't bull. Yeah, for sure. But we on to the next one, bro. I ain't gonna drop a tear on here for y'all, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. How you? This shit was crazy. I seen bro who was proclaiming his innocence. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bring it to the people. See what y'all think about that shit, bro. Did bro do it? Did he not? Based on what you heard, right? Just based on what he said and the evidence he presented to us, what you think about that? And then, also, I seen, what's the name? I seen Madmo number 1. I'm like, oh yeah, that's easy call, bro. We finna let the people know, updated the type shit or whatever, how you, but we on to the next one, bro. Y'all niggas let me know what y'all think. You feel me? This shit, I ain't gonna lie, too. Shout out Respectable Rants. Once again, some of your shit, bro, be too sad. The music make it too sad, bro. But I think it's needed, though, because some people be acting like certain shit a joke or like it's a game. It ain't a game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or it's cool, it's whatever, but it's serious, too.
Shout out to W.I.G TV in here. W.I.G TV. Somebody did it. He got his name, W.I.G TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, WIG TV, hey, I fuck with you, my nigga. I ain't... Gang, shout out, hey, that's the king of California right there. Y'all subscribe to W.I.G TV.
Keep playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say, yo, playing with that paper, ho.